Hey everyone, welcome back to another session. And I have here Denis Lunev, who's going to talk about the gated content and everything you need to know about gating your content. Denis, take it away.
Hi everyone, and we're just not colleagues with Natalie. We're actually husband and wife, and we sit here in the same house in different rooms. Kids are outside playing, and we're just having fun with you. So, about gated content, we're gonna talk about gated content for marketing purposes and also private content for memberships. So, we're gonna talk about do's and don'ts, what to do, what not to do, some techniques, frameworks, and then we're gonna have a live demo. Oh, I hope it's gonna end well. So with that, let me share my screen and presentation, and we'll get started. Second. All right. So gated and private content, what it can be used for, and how we can leverage that. So obviously, a lot of you already know what is gated content, how it's being used. But just to refresh, so gated content is a way to generate leads and email lists using some high quality piece of content or some other tools that we're going to cover later, and allow people to see that content and get access to that to those tools, providing their email in exchange for the quality piece of the content. This is also useful if you want to test the product, for example, your course, book, software, membership product, and just to see if it resonates with the people before you actually invest into the full paid version. And obviously, it's also used for member-only access. So when you have some private areas on your website and you only allow certain people to those areas, and that content can be paid, that access can be paid. So let's talk about some do's and don'ts. There are a lot of things that you need to know before you actually decide what to gate, what not to gate. And this is a scary diagram by HubSpot. So they created that to understand what is a good piece of content and what you should not gate and what you should gate. And there are a bunch of different examples. There are a bunch of different cases. So you have to be careful when gating content because in many cases you can just annoy visitors with the forms. So people already hate the forms; they're everywhere. They just want to read stuff, get access, get stuff for free, and it can result in high bounce rate. So there has to be uh, some balance between quality and actually the way how we ask people for their email addresses. So let's talk about when it's a bad idea to gate the content. So first of all, if you invested a lot of time, a lot of money into content and it's SEO optimized, then it doesn't make sense to gate, obviously, because Google will not index the pages and you cannot get any SEO juice out from that. Also, another bad idea is that content or tool or wherever you gate is easy to find somewhere else. So why would people give you their email addresses if they just go to the next item in Google search and just get it from there? Um, Another thing, when content is not valuable enough for people to give the personal information in exchange for that. And another thing is there is a lot of friction. So I've seen a lot of forums when you can view a demo or some kind of video or download ebook, and then you have like 15 different forms. What's your company, industry, how many people work there, what's your title, all of that stuff. So I understand that sales team need to generate more more leads and understand better how to nurture those leads, but it can be too much for some kind of free content. So when there's a lot of friction in, it's also bad uh, to use that practice. So then what we can gate, what's the good examples of the good gated content? So for example, the content has to be unique. Again, getting back to the previous slide, uh, since it doesn't make sense if to to get content when it can be found somewhere else, then your content has to be unique. So something that you can share as an expert in your industry, and something that you have a lot of experience with, and something that people cannot find somewhere else. Another piece is dynamic. So it's some kind of uh, content or data that changes over time. Some examples can be, for example, calendar of events in your industry, or some stats that you gather on monthly basis and then generate some kind of report. Or it can be a list of created products based on some ratings. So you review some products or some tools, something like that, and that rating changes all the time because of the new products, because of the new reviews. Then, if the content is actionable, it means that it's something that people can start use right away. So they can print templates or some kind of frameworks or action plans or courses, some video stuff that they can implement right away and get the value out of that right away. And also another thing is, if you given out for free some stuff that is paid somewhere else, obviously people would rather exchange their emails rather than credit card for that stuff. And let's talk more about some concrete examples here. So as we talked about actionable items, those can be, for example, quizzes or calculators, um, also calendars or free courses, stuff that people can use, and templates. Dynamic content, again, as calendars or created content, created list, generated stats, reports, stuff like that. Also, dynamic can be private area just for members, something that only members can see and generate content. Free private forums, Slack channels, stuff like that. And also free somewhere else can be web tools. By the way, that's the way we use gated content with web tools. Engineering, marketing, or free somewhere else can be book chapter. So the full book is paid, but you can share the book chapter gated with a form. So when you understand what to gate, then there is another framework and a way how to actually proceed with that gated piece. There's pretty great framework. It's called Hub and Spoke, and it talks about how to actually launch the strategy, how to work with the gated content. So basically, you have hub and you have spokes. So the hub is your main piece, your treasure, your main lead generator. So the thing that you are gating, and then so you created it first. Then, based on that, you create many spokes around that. Those are pieces that relate back to that hub to support, to promote, and drive traffic to that main piece. You can build those spokes over time, and those things can be other blog posts, other videos, social posts, um, any kind of content that obviously not gated, but support and promote that main thing. Now let's talk about the tools and how you can implement that gated content strategy. So there are two pieces here. First of all, obviously, you have your website hosted somewhere. So you have the CMS where you have your content, or it can be other systems, but let's say you have a CMS, and you have some stuff hosted there. Then you have email marketing tool that you use to send emails, and also that provides the lead forms that generate those leads. So now you have to tie those two together, and the system should understand if the person who is trying to view that content, other a lead, should they have access to that page or not, based on their membership in the CRM or email marketing tool. And obviously, there are a bunch of different tools, a bunch of different combinations of CRMs and email marketing, email automation platforms. But those two should talk to each other to understand that. Um, there are many systems that work as both, as a CMS, where you have the pages, landing pages, and the gated pages, and serve as email provider as well. But even though sometimes cannot gate content, is in a sense uh, to lock content and not allow to see to people who didn't submit the form. Option number two, you can have more complex solutions. So for example, if you have WordPress, there are a bunch of different plugins, a bunch of different tools that you can put on top of the WordPress and then connect with, let's say, MailChimp or HubSpot or wherever you use, and they will talk to each other. But it's prone to error, so it's getting more complex. Also, you can use automation things like Zapier, but again, it makes things more complex and fragile. So we're Deposit Fix. We work with HubSpot and we do payments. And what we decided to do to actually implement super simple system to gate content for our clients. And we're gonna show it to you today. So it's called ActiveFix Gate. One of the cool thing about that, so it's agnostic to the tool. So it can work with any CMS, it can work with any email provider. Uh, so it's super flexible in that terms. Also, another thing that we noticed that a lot of gated content implementation. So for example, you download one ebook, then you go to the same website and try to download another one, and it asks for email again. Hey, I already gave you my information. Just give me the content. Why are you asking me again? And if a website has a lot of different pieces, then I need to submit the form again and again and again. It's super annoying. Another thing with gated content, so with other tools that sometimes when you get the link, so you get the piece that is gated, but you can actually share it to everyone, and then it's open to them, to those people who you share it with. And then if you have that, you don't generate additional leads, you just give them out the content for free. So now we're gonna have a demo, and I'm gonna show it how this thing works, how to set it up. Super simple, and let's get started with that. Let's see how many things will go wrong with this demo. Okay, I hope you see my my browser here. So we have two pages here. So let's say we have our private club. So this is our gated content that is supposed to be gated. So this is our super private page that we want to give access only to people who submitted our form. So right now it's public. Everyone can access that. It doesn't ask for any emails or anything like that. And then I have a landing page with a form. So this is the form that I want people to submit to before they see the gated content. So how are we gonna do that? Here's our simple tool. This is Octafix Gate. So what we need to do here is first we need to fill out the landing page. The landing page is this one. Let's copy the URL here. So this is my landing page, and I want people to see this first before they go to the private club. Then I have this club page, and I'm gonna fill out it here. Then I'm gonna select, so I have Webflow and I have HubSpot. All right, now I have these two things that I need to set up on my website. First of all, I need to copy this. So I copy this, and we're using Webflow for our CMS. So let's go to the Webflow. I'm going to navigate to that page that I'm going to gate. So this is our private club. I'm going to open settings for that. And what we need to do is to copy this thing to the header tag. Obviously, you can do the same stuff with the Google Tag Manager if you have that installed. So it's pretty similar to that. So now I installed that. Now, if I save this and publish, let's see what happens. So now this page is supposed to be private. Let's see. Let's give some couple minutes. So I have club page. It was public before. Let's try to. Oh, I don't have access to that anymore. Now it redirects me here. Why not try again? This is what we want. So now you don't have access to that page. You have to submit the form. Okay, so how do we tie it together with the email provider? So this is HubSpot form with HubSpot to send emails and for the forms. Now the second piece, we need to copy this email link and go to the forms from HubSpot. So I have this follow-up email and want to send this email with a special link. So it's a magic link, and if people open that link, we know that they're coming from HubSpot. They submitted the form, and we can give them access. So let's put get access and copy the link. All right, I'm gonna save it and update here. Here we go. Okay. Try one more time. Please allow me to the club. No, I need to fill out the form. That's fair. I'm gonna fill out the form. Submit. Okay, wait for your email with a magic link. I'm gonna open my email and see what will happen. Here's the email link. Bam! Now I have access to that club. Let's see if I still have access if I open it directly like this. Yep, I do have the access to that. Now I'm the member of the club. But what if I share this link with somebody else? Let's open a private window. So I share it with somebody who did not receive the actual email, and they cannot get access to that. They have to fill out the form so you can get more leads. So this is super simple, and it works with any kind of CMS, which you can change HTML, embed HTML, and any email provider. Basically, you just have to change the link, and that's it. And you can get this thing at octafix.io/depositfix. I'm going to share my slides again. Whew. So demo went well, nothing broke, everything worked. So that was Octafix, available octafix.io/gate, and it's free, and everyone can use it with any CMS and any email tool. Thank you.
Awesome. Dennis, tell us a little bit about some use cases. What would be some use cases for this tool, and how should people think about using this tool? As it might be a little bit difficult for people just to grasp uh, the whole, multiple use cases that are applicable here.
Sure. Since we have a session about business of membership, so it can be used for private content, for member-only content. And also, you can share this link only with the people. For example, you have paid membership. You can share that link and include it to the email only to those people who actually paid for the content. Or it can be free, but only for those people who at certain level in your CRM or in your email marketing tool. That's number one. And another one, obviously, to generate leads when you have, for example, a free course with a set of videos. You can use it as well. The main thing is it's just a matter of thinking of what is more, what kind of content, what kind of questions your potential customers are interested in, and just implement that and just get it and get more leads.
Sounds good. Love it. Dennis, thank you so much. It's been fun chatting with you. Everyone, check out. Let's see. I'm gonna drop the link
Octafix.
here. Yes,
Yep.
I'm gonna drop a link here for everyone to check it out. There you go. Actifix.io. Dennis, thanks a lot. See you soon. Bye, everyone,
Thank you,
and we'll see
everyone.
you in the next session. Bye.